Go to Romans 12:3. Romans 12:3 summarizes the fact that you already have all the faith that you need to be successful. It says, for I say, though, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as God has dealt to every man the measure of faith. The definitive, you don't have more or less than I. You don't have more or less than Christ. You have all of the faith that you need. He was not going around and giving people different measures of faith. Say, I think Kirby is special, so I'm going to give him enough faith to survive 95% of a heart function. No, he gave to everybody all the faith you need, just like every single person in here has muscles in their bodies. Touch your neighbor and say, we were all born with muscles. And in most cases, with all the muscles that we need to be successful, or I'm going to say we've been born with all of them, and we may have some difficulty. Some people are born with certain things, but for the most part, we all have muscles. Now, isn't it amazing that your child, you don't have to tell your child to crawl or to walk? That your child can see other people crawling or walking or moving, and something inside of them starts telling them to do it. Think about it. As an adult, which one of you got on your knees and showed your baby how to crawl? What happened? They started scooting. They started rolling. They started flipping. And then one day they started getting up and they started crawling. Some of us, we didn't even realize it started happening. We're like, oh my God, he's crawling. Oh my goodness, she's crawling. Next thing you know, they're in the living room. They're pulling themselves up on the coffee table, on the sofa, on your leg, and they're standing and trying to balance themselves on you. Why? Because something inside of them tell them they can do it when they see other people doing it. Which means they don't even think about if I can. They just start trying to do it. Why? Because they already have every muscle they need in them to walk. They just have to exercise it. They just have to use it. Talk to me, somebody. And just like that, you have all of the faith that you need to be successful in life. You just have to exercise it. You just have to use it. And in some cases, you are using it. It's just misdirected. He says to them back in Matthew, are y'all here? He says to them, if you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, I'm going to show you that faith and doubt can exist at the same time, because most people don't believe it do. Well, I mustn't have enough faith, or I did not have any faith. No, you can have faith and doubt exist at the same time, but you will see doubt manifesting in your life while you still have faith and saying, I must be faithless. Are you here? And then it says, and one of the throng replied to him, teacher, I brought my son to you, for he has a what? Dumb spirit. I mean, he can't talk. He got a dumb spirit. Go ahead. And then it says, and wherever he lays hold, and wherever it lays hold of him, it says, so as to make him its own, it dashes him down in what? Convulsions. So he doesn't, not just can he speak, but he's having seizures. And he foams at the mouth and grinds his teeth. And he falls into a motionless stupor and is wasting away. And asked your disciples to drive it out, and they were not able to do it. Go ahead. And he answered them, oh, unbelieving generation, without what? Any faith. Now, you got to understand here, this translation is improper. Now, you're saying, I know you ain't just said the Bible, it is. You got to remember, there were certain Greek words that they could not translate into English. So in the Greek word for unbelieving or faithless in the New Testament scripture is the word apistos, where we get the word in the English apostasy. A person who is operating in apostasy has turned their back on God. So I got faith, I just changed the direction of my faith. I believe more in what I see than what he said. Okay, let me try it again. I've turned my back on God. I still got faith because he gave it to me. He would have never asked the disciples in Luke 8:25, where is your faith? When they were on the boat. Why? I can't ask you for something, especially for something I didn't give you. So they had faith because faith comes by hearing and hearing by the word. Jesus was the word in the flesh. Touch your neighbor and say they had faith in their presence. But apistos or apostasy means to turn your back on God. I still got it, but now my faith is in another direction. I believe in more what I see than what he said. And I got news for you. When you believe in what you see over what he said, you are going to fail miserably. Are you here?